Mindset is not a motivational poster on a wall. It's the lens in which you see yourself through. And one of the things I see happen daily is the way that we're speaking to ourselves is really causing an effect with the outcomes of our days. And that comes in through our mindset. And there's really two types of mindsets that I'm going to talk to you about today, and ways that you can start your day to help improve them, and really what the outcomes are that are going to be different with how you identify yourself. We look at the world through two ways. One is a fixed mindset, and the other is a growth mindset. In the fixed world, we have an agent that basically has a fixed set of beliefs of the way things are supposed to be. And let's just take an example of an open house. And as most agents in the room know, that an open house can be two things. Some of us walk into open houses and we'll say things like, we're just here to hold this. This is just going to be a moment in time. They're not that successful. You'll hear agents talk bad about them. And then you have another agent hold the same open house that's positive, that's posting social media posts, getting out there and absolutely ready to kill it, sell the house, and actually take leads from that property. Those open houses produce two different outcomes from two different agents. And they produce different outcomes because of the mindset that they have and how those agents are programmed to believe in their worlds. Most of us don't believe in ourselves enough daily to be able to get through the whole day and explore and get through things that we need to, because we wake up in a reactive state. Most people don't start their day off by starting their day and working on things like gratitude. Waking up early, going on a walk, getting a workout in, reading something positive. What most of us do is we wake up and we open social media. We live in a world of comparison. There's another person out there making more money than me. There's another person out there selling more homes than me. The reason that they are where they are today is because of something else that happened to them that didn't happen to me. The circumstances there, and that person is identifying themselves in their circumstances and they're letting it control them, rather than living in a growth mindset. And that's one of the keys, is being able to say that I absolutely can do this. It doesn't matter that I didn't grow up in St. Louis. It doesn't matter all these external factors that have continued to play out in my livelihood. It doesn't matter. I'm absolutely going to go crush it. And we've seen it time and time again with people walking through the doors of our brokerage. We have two agents come in with the same systems, same leads, same calls. One of them's positive and ready to go and has a growth mindset. One of them is fixed in the story that they keep telling themselves. They both have two very different identities heading down the same path of wanting to be a real estate agent. And what's the success that we see? The agent that walks in, that decides that they're going to make a difference in their career, that they absolutely can do this, and that they're ready to go, they start selling homes almost immediately. The agents that doubt the system, they doubt the process, they really live in the world that they've been in, and the stories that they keep telling themselves is the story that they stay stuck in. It's the law of attraction. When those two agents start making phone calls, what's the difference? There's one main difference. The agent with the growth mindset is attracting people to them because of their tone, because of their mood, because of how they're showing up on that call. It's the same thing when they meet clients. People want to work with people that are in a growth mindset. Think of people that you spend time with in your life. Everybody has that person that's a little bit negative, that's always got a sad story to tell, that's always a little bit down, and it's probably not the first person that you call. And then some of you, like me, I've got friends that I'm like, how are they always so happy? It's because they're living in abundance. They're living in a growth mindset. And it's the difference between the two. And that's how you have to show up. It's step one in the process of my blueprint, which is mindset. The one thing I see where agents fail is they show up with a fixed set of beliefs of who they are, why the systems don't work, why this couldn't possibly work for them. Why couldn't it work for you? What's so special about you that makes it so different from the person to the left of you? It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter from the different backgrounds and things. It matters how you see yourself and how you show up to be an agent and to be able to make calls and to be able to go meet a client and to be able to react to situations. I tell agents, the minute you walk out your door, this business is going to hit you in the face. Life hits you in the face. How you respond and how you react to it's what matters. And how you see yourself is going to be the one thing that makes the biggest difference in your life. I've said this 1,000 times since I've gotten sober, and it's one main thing. Stripping yourself down in a mirror and telling yourself you're good enough is one of the hardest things you will ever have to do as a human being. We as humans do not feel good enough to just show up and say, you know what, I am good enough. We think it's arrogant. We think it's cocky. Okay? And I can sit here and tell you today, from my experience of 19 years of sobriety, it's not. I am good enough to show up. I know the mindset it takes to run this business. I know that if I go through my morning routine, that if I do my gratitude, prayer, I work out every morning, I read 10 pages in a book, I know that I'm going to be able to show up and win the day. Compared to the guy that just woke up, just crawled out of bed, and he got the same bad text I did about one of his real estate deals falling apart. And I can't tell you enough. It matters how you show up here. What you program and what you put in your mind matters. If you've ever noticed yourself driving down the road and you're listening to something and the negative connotation that's going on, could be a song, could be a podcast, the news, which isn't on any of my social feeds, I can tell you, because it's nothing but everything bad. You're pre-programming your mind and you're coming in a bad mood. Notice the difference if you turn on a fast song that's good. Notice the difference in what happens to you and how you start to show up in the world. We all don't feel perfect. We all live in a world of comparison, but I can promise you, if you start to work through a routine, it's just like anything. It's like working out a muscle. You have to start training yourself to be able to notice the thought, question the thought, and then replace the thought, okay, of what you're having to be able to change your life in the way that you move forward. Real estate is not about all these little pieces that you hear all the time about you got to know this person and if you do this and you do all these things. The first thing you have to understand is people want to work with people that they are attracted to, that are positive people, that can help give them solutions to what's going on in their world. Okay? And we're all going to run into problems, and we all know that. As real estate agents, we are going to get crushed. How you show up for your clients, how you show up for your team, and how you show up for every aspect of that deal is going to be the determining factor of the success. So mindset, absolutely, is the number one thing it's going to take for you to make $100K in real estate and to get moving forward. You can click below, check out my blueprint in regards to the 6 steps. This is step 1. I look forward to bringing this to you weekly. I hope you guys have a happy 4th of July.